Black men have to come together. We need a brother circle because we got to talk about community patrol. We should be out here on these streets at night making sure our sisters ain't being kidnapped. These sexual traffickers are so aggressive, they driving up their sisters in broad daylight, snatching them in the trucks in broad daylight. And all my sisters like you, y'all sisters who petite, that model look, y'all can't be out here by yourself at night. Y'all too easy to snatch. 2 seconds, they got you. Now the heavier sisters, y'all got a little bit more y'all can rumble with.
So,
number 8 is next.
Hi.
You look like Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club. I you know what I was saying to myself? I said, Angela Yee don't even like me. What is she doing after? Go ahead, Queen.
So, one, I just want to say, we are birthday twins.
You 821?
I'm 821.
Get out of here.
10:05, my numerologist.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And I don't know the time I was born, because what happened was I was born Jermaine Shoemake, right? My mother named me after Jermaine Jackson. He was hot at that time. Till Mike took the spotlight. My father couldn't stand the Jacksons. So he changed my name. That's when I became Umar Johnson. And he destroyed or hid the original birth certificate with your feet on it, the baby feet, and the time my father hid it. And that's why when I get my astrological chart done, it's never definitive because I don't know what time it came out my mother.
This is my mom.
Oh man, Queen Love, how you doing over here?
And I wanted to ask about HBCUs and how you feel about HBCUs,
they all we got. Without them, we don't have half of our black professional class. HBCUs are responsible for 50% of the black professional class, from teacher to engineer to doctor to lawyer. Without them, we have no middle class. They are the blood, and even more now with this new affirmative action overturned. But here's my one fear, y'all. My one fear of the HBCU, because you know black people love to be multicultural. Stay with me. Now that the PWIs don't have to consider color, is it a possibility that the Latinos will colonize the HBCUs now because they can't score higher than the Asians to get into the PWIs? Are y'all following me? Yep. We have to be on guard that the HBCU will now become a haven for non-black people of color who don't even like black people. First of all, what's one of the biggest issues with HBCU scholarships? Their scholarships go to brown people, not the black people. Because at the HBCU, we're considered the majority. So the brown people are considered the minority. Is that same thing going to happen now that there's going to be a retreat of people of color away from the PWI? So now my daughter can't go to the HBCU because you didn't let all these immigrants in and Spanish-speaking anti-black Latinos in and all this other thing. So we got to have a conversation with the HBCUs because they are not necessarily an ally until we know where they stand.
Right, that's right.
So I just wanted to ask your opinion about what is basic things or simple things that young people can do to, you know, make our community better when we leave, even if we don't get to MLK level or Dr.Umar level, or, you know, if that makes sense.
Oh, well said. 5 things that I think we need to do. Number 1, I think black women, y'all need to have a weekly or twice monthly sister circle where all issues affecting black women are discussed and y'all set policy for each other. Black women have to get organized if the community is going to grow. Y'all have to get on one page. So y'all gotta start a sister circle. Non-religious, non-denomination. We focusing on culture, who we are. You need a sister circle. Number 2, black women need to create some sort of a rite of passage for black girls. We have do you know black girls, 14 through 17, are the fastest growing suicide group in America. And they're also the most likely to be abducted and sexually trafficked group. So then my question comes back to black sisters. What are we doing for the most vulnerable population of black children in America? 14 to 17-year-old black girls, more likely to be sex trafficked or abducted, and more likely to take their own life due to suicide. Y'all have to create a rites of passage program for them. Black girls are crying out for women to spend time with them. A lot of them have mothers, for whatever reason, who hate their guts. And we have a big issue of mommy-daughter conflict in the black community. Not just teenagers and 40-year-old mothers. We have it with 40-year-old children and 70-year-old mothers. I don't know what it is with the black mother and her daughter, but y'all got some strife that I would even argue might supersede the strife that black men can have with their sons. There is a very big issue amongst black women with other black women that doesn't even involve a man half the time. So sisters gotta get together. Black men have to come together. We need a brother circle because we gotta talk about community patrol. We should be out here on these streets at night making sure our sisters ain't being kidnapped. These sexual traffickers are so aggressive, they driving up the sisters in broad daylight, snatching them in the trucks in broad daylight. And all my sisters like you, y'all sisters who petite, that model look, y'all can't be out here by yourself at night. Y'all too easy to snatch. 2 seconds, they got you. Now the heavier sisters, y'all got a little bit more y'all can rumble with. But I'm telling you, my petite sisters, you cannot be out here at night. If you work third shift, you gotta get dropped off and picked up because this sexual trafficking thing is out of control. The next thing that we need to do, as I mentioned earlier, we need the study group. Bring the study group back. It is essential to build collective consciousness within the community. And the last thing we need to do, and I'm gonna give this to Queen Mother Etta and the other elders, we need a council of elders in the community. We need a council of elders in the community. Guess what? She talked about domestic violence and child support. If we had a 12-member, and I'm just saying 12, it could be more or less, but if we had a 12-member council of elders, my baby mom may not take you to child support because she can go talk to Queen Mother Etta about what I'm not doing. Queen Mother Etta gonna put me on the spot. Dr. Umar, you a face in the community. How you ain't taking care of your child? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Domestic violence, sister being beat on, she come to Queen Mother Etta. We're gonna have a comment, we're gonna send the elder men to go have a conversation with the brother beating her, and we're gonna bring some strong brothers like Will in there with the peace and say, listen, bro, you can't touch her no more. Whatever you going through, we got some therapy, the elders will talk to you, but if you touch her again, the Ski Mask Club coming to see you. Do y'all feel me? We need a Ski Mask Club. You're not gonna fix this. Every culture has a system of accountability. In the Italian culture, you kill an elder, you kill a child, you're dead.
You're dead.
Every culture has some sort of accountability and punishment. We ain't got that, and we need to come with that. That's the only way we're going to get a lot of these people in line, brothers and sisters. Those 5 things are the way. We got 2, the queen in green and the elder in the yellow.
What has Donald Trump done for black people? Nothing. What has Joe Biden done for black people? Nothing. What did George Bush do for black people? Nothing. What did Barack Obama do for black people? Nothing. What did Bill Clinton do for black people? Nothing. What did Bush Sr. do for black people? Nothing. What did Ronald Reagan do for black people? Nothing. What did Jimmy Carter do for black people? Nothing. What did Gerald Ford do for black people? Nothing. Nothing.